I think one other mistake that I always see people making, especially when they are in the transition or when they've made the transition, is that because they are not doing buy and hold, they move completely into this, this mindset of, okay, I'm going to do developments
Mm.
on the ongoing basis. They don't think about their own pipelines. And so what they do is they go into this, phase of in desperation because, you might have quit your job, for example, in order to do developments. And you see, people talking about, oh, quitting jobs and becoming a full-time developer. Great. But it creates this sense of, okay, I need to make enough money to put the food on the table. I need to create that sort of cash flow. And so you sometimes end into this desperate state of, doing a development where the times might not be right, or you might not be able to find the right property. I was speaking to a developer, a friend, the other day, and a lot of experience. This guy has, over 14 years of experience in doing development, right? But the problem was that they wanted to jump onto the next site, and they were so desperate to kick it off that they were looking at deals that they shouldn't be looking in the first place, right? And
Yeah.
so a deal
Yeah.
next to a
Yeah.
power line, a deal where you know that you cannot, reestablish the GRV or the sales, you should not be cutting corners. It's not, it's everything is necessary again to the same point. And so, again, people who are taking the transition, you need to ensure that, you don't just forget buy and hold and do completely, property development. It's a cycle of doing both and doing both successfully while creating cash flow for yourself.
Yeah. I, the one point that I realize also is, particularly I'd say business owners, and less so from PAYG, because PAYG generally you've got some level of serviceability, and this is not so much the risk. It's more so just because you're starting up a business or you're in business or whichever, don't feel that you can't go into development because you don't have enough serviceability.
Yes,
Because we are so accustomed to think that before we can go and buy property or whichever, that we need to have serviceability, we need to have the income in order. I guess the benefit about development, and depending on the scale of the development, that you can leverage commercial lending. You can be more creative with your finance and all of that.
yes,
You might have some cash, someone else has a serviceability. And so I think this is it, it's more a comment towards the pros of development, and to not let the serviceability hurdle be the thing that stops you, because as I've said a few times, it's about finding solutions.
definitely. And so one of the ways that again, coming back to the pros, that you are killing the serviceability dependency by going into the development is because when you are looking at commercial financing, and what you're talking about is that it's all about the deal in itself. And so what your exit
Mm.
strategy is, who your builder is, who is your development manager, how much profit is in the deal, and the deal itself is looked at, and funding or the construction finance is provided against the deal. So it's not you as a person who can actually service the loan. It's about the deal in itself and how profitable the deal is. And so, that transition helps people break away those ties from serviceability and, excel in making more money. I was talking to
Yeah.
my wife yesterday, and we were talking about something completely different and random. And I said to her that I've been pondering about this, that, as a kid, you hear people say that money makes money, and
Yeah.
you truly think about how money can truly make money when you start doing developments, because you can scale up so fast. You can see that, 200,000 might not get you where you want to get to, but 500,000 gives access to you to better deals, bigger deals. And so, of course, bigger deals means bigger
Mm.
risks. And so how do you make sure that, you are, safely and securely cutting the ties from serviceability while going into, property development space and creating more net wealth for yourself? Ultimately, that's what the outcome is that everyone is trying to reach, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And again, on that point is the mindset around, if you've got some money, but even if you don't have money, right? There's what we call other people's money, which
Yes,
you can leverage
definitely.
to to make money as well. So it all comes down to, if you're what you're trying to achieve. The more that you The whole point is, the more that you educate yourself, the more that you network with people and surround yourself with people who are of a similar mindset, where it's all around problem solving, it's all around finding solutions, deals can happen. And so if the intention is to be able to go from the typical buy and hold. Again, a great strategy to be able to go to another different strategy where it's a little bit more involved, a little bit riskier. Obviously, can be managed. It is just a matter of like, what do I need? What do I need to do to make it happen?
Yes, definitely, definitely.